Hi everybody and welcome to my Unruly Housewife channel. Yes, it's me making a video to update you on what's been going on in my life and to ask you what's been going on in your life. So if you want to give me an update on how you are in the comments, and any questions as well down below, jump in and do that please. So yes, I don't know if I'm exactly back regularly, but I thought I'd let you know what's going on with me because so many people very kindly asked. I think I'll take you back. So I quit college, didn't I? Because I had nervous IBS. That's still a huge problem for me. But we've moved house since then. So we had a rented house. Sorry, it's my coke. We had a rented house before, and now we've bought this house. And we used to live in inner city Manchester before, with all the drug dealers and the car thieves and the muggers and someone having a sword fight outside our front gate and finding a gun in the alley next to my house. We've moved, but I loved it there, and I loved all my Muslim neighbours and the market and our shops because I just love all the Asian, Pakistani things. It was great, but it was also quite a rough area. So we've moved now, and we live in a village near Liverpool, and it's very nice. It's quiet, apart from there's quite a lot of cars going by, but it's quiet. We have a garage attached to the house with a door through, so the cats now have, instead of having 6 bowls of cat food in my kitchen, they're all in the garage. Instead of having the litter tray in the downstairs loo, that's in the garage. The cats can basically use the garage like a little cat house. So really, the cat house means something rude in America, doesn't it? Anyway, yeah, so it's, yeah. So that's been really handy, and it's just a nice place to live, and it's much closer to where Dave works. So there's that. The most important thing that's happened since I spoke to you last is I have a grandchild, my first grandchild, and it's a granddaughter. Her name is Lilith, and she's adorable, really funny, really pretty, laughing, happy. She was proper crying a lot. She was born emergency cesarean in the middle of the pandemic, or early in the pandemic, and it was all a bit traumatic for my son and his wife, my eldest, Paul, and his wife, Hayley. So, but Lilith's here now. She's fine. She's laughing. She's so bright and clever and funny. We've seen her once. We had to drive down, which took about 5 hours, and we were outside for about an hour and a half, social distancing, walking through the woods, and we saw her for about an hour and a half, and then we came home. So it was about 5 hours to drive home, but it was totally worth it. She's really cute, and I love her, and she's our grandchild. David turned 40, so we enjoy calling him Grandad. What else happened? Brandon has had a bit of trouble with his job because it was in the entertainment industry, and there's no entertainment going on at the moment. So he's moved in with his girlfriends, but I don't know what job he'll be doing next. But he's fine. My middle son, Stephen, is living in Dubai, and they're really quite locked down there. But that's good. They're safe, and I'm sure he's very happy. And he won a prize. Him and his wife won a prize for a computer game they were developing on the side in their spare time, and then went and won a prize for $2,500. So dollars. So yeah, those are the things that have been going on. And Dave and I, moving was insane. It should have taken 8 weeks to get the house through. It took 4.5 months. I lost 2.5 stone. The stress. The guy who was selling the house to us didn't know that half his garden belonged to a dead lady. It was in her name at the registry, so land registry. So it was insane moving here. But we're here now, and that's good. I've been knitting. That's the crafting I've been doing. I've gone mad on like circular needles and things, and I've been making scarves and hats for people, unwilling victims, forcing my knitting on them. I knitted a teddy, which I gave to Brandon. I was practicing because I'm making one for Lilith, which I've made, but I haven't assembled yet, which is always a problem, isn't it? Finishing things. What else has happened? When I first moved here, because I had I have huge mental health issues really. I started going to this really brilliant place in St Helens, which is for women with mental health issues and problems. And I was going to like an art group there, and I was going to some support groups. It was excellent, and then it all got shut down. So we do some of our meetings on Zoom now. I was also going to an art group, which is around the corner from my house in the church, the road. But of course, that's all been stopped. So it's really weird. Like I'm living in a new area, and I kind of made connections with people, and then they all disappeared because of COVID. But then I had Dave at home for a long time. He's back in the office at the moment, but he's thinking he might try and work from home a couple of days a week, because it's been so good. It's worked out so well. It was weird for me to have Dave working from home. I felt like the office ghost a lot of the time, floating around, trying to keep out of the background. He put some backgrounds on his computer in the end. It is a bit weird. It was weird to hear him talking to people, his professional, nice voice, and oh, Jane, you're so funny. Oh, yes, thank you, Jane. Thank you. If there's anything I can do for you, that's fine. And then like put the phone down and go, oh, can you get these cats out of here? They drive me mad. I'm like, can you not talk to me the way you talk to women at work? So that was all a bit weird, but I'm used to it now. He's like zooming them. It's absolutely fine. He's not zooming. That sounded like a euphemism. I hope he's not. But yeah, I'm getting much more. I got much more sort of like attuned out, because originally I got this. People called it a tandemic, and it was really sunny at first. And I was just every time he was working, I would spend the whole day sitting in the back garden with headphones turned up, with Skrillex. Knife party, and just sitting in the sun and trying to pretend I didn't exist. And that just became quite tiring. So then I got much more acclimatized to listening to this person who wasn't the Dave that I knew, just chatting away, and I just managed to live my life around the place. And yeah, it's sort of fine now. I know he's gone back to work. I'm like, oh, can't you work from home? It was more fun. So he might do, as I say, he's going to try and do both. What else is happening? Yeah, so the new house is awesome, and I recommend to anybody, if you're fed up in the house you're living in, try and move, because it makes such a difference. I've got a craft room here, and I've got loads of craft stuff. As I said, I did knitting. I'm like, I've got everything you need to do polymer claying and metal, making things out of metal. So what do? Buy a load of knitting gear. Oh, and I've got 2 ukuleles and a load of books about that. Oh, I'm knitting. It was really funny at Christmas. Dave bought me a ukulele, bought me a Fender one, so it looks awesome. And I told him I'd learned a sort of Lithuanian folk song, and then when I started playing it, it was Never Gonna Give You Up. So I rickrolled him, if you're familiar with that term. Ah, dear. Rick Astley. What else has been happening? I'm trying to think. It's really weird, but what have you been doing in lockdown? Tell me down below what you've been doing in lockdown. Knitting has definitely saved me. I've also started watching reaction videos. I've been watching a lot of US reaction to British grime and rap music, which is really good. So I've been watching Dat Boy Will and No Life Shack and a girl called Favour, and they do reaction videos, and it's really fun to watch them watch British people rapping. And I watched Dave, there's someone called Dave live at the Brits, and H Straight Rhymes 1. They're both good rap videos, and they're all grime videos, but they're also really good to watch people reacting to them, because Americans just can't believe it. They can't believe there's rap videos that haven't got guns, women, expensive things. drugs. They're like, what's going on? It's just some young kid, white kid, standing in a car park in the case of H. Yeah, so that's really good. Been watching a lot of reaction videos. If a load of adverts appear in the middle of this, it's a kind of new thing that YouTube do. It's not really me putting them in. So I apologise because they're quite annoying. But I'm also like, ka-ching, my bank manager will enjoy it. My bank manager will enjoy it even if you don't. Yeah. So, grandiose fireplace and fairy lights. Lovely patio doors into the garden. This is just such a nicer, much nicer house than we lived in before. And a nicer area. What else can I tell you? I mean, not a lot really. I think David and I think we both had COVID-19 at quite near the beginning. So we both ran sort of temperatures for a couple of days and a few days. Dave felt worse than I did. He couldn't smell or taste. We had some of the symptoms. I think we might have got it over with, but we haven't been tested. I've been taking... Oh, I borrowed a dog. It was quite good because my neighbour was shielding. So I borrowed her little white dog called Ruby. And I took Ruby for a walk every day for at least a month, more than a month, I think. And so that was really good because it gave me a little pal to walk with. It got me out of the house. And it was good for Ruby because Ruby had been locked down and hadn't had a walk for ages. So that was really fun. And I made a few videos and put them on Facebook and stuff. Yeah, that was fun. All in all, I think, you know, people complain. I think shopping in a mask is hilarious. Come on. Not if you've got health issues, but if you haven't, putting a mask on, walking into Tesco's like this with a mask, hilarious. I think it's hilarious. Embrace it. This, you know, I'm 62. This has never happened to me. Where everyone's got to wear masks and everyone's got to like socially distance. And if you haven't watched the film Contagion, watch it because it's outrageous that they keep using phrases like social distancing that I'd never heard before the pandemic. Now I'm like, whoa. So yeah, it's really fun to watch Contagion. Me and Dave watched loads and loads of apocalyptic type videos in the beginning. We really did. Because it's just so relatable. But yeah, embrace it. It's like living in a movie. It's really sad. And not if you lose somebody or not if, you know, there's lots of really horribly sad things about it. It's not a good thing. But, you know, do try and squeeze some fun out of it. That's what I say. What are you going to do? Yeah. All right, I'm just waffling now. So I love you all. I miss you a lot. And I will try and make some more videos. I hope you enjoyed this. And it's the update you deserve because people are really good to me. And I have really left you hanging recently. So have fun. Let me know how you're getting on. Excuse the adverts. And bye-bye.